Hey Michael, it is Saturday, March 14th. So it's interesting that you do think about the ramifications philosophically of what you do to some extent, because I don't always get the sense that people do, or maybe they do passingly, but that they don't either know enough philosophy or care enough or are engaged enough to keep that up. So that's an interesting thought. Interestingly, there are some scientists out there that are kind of known for, at least to some extent, philosophizing. Neil deGrasse Tyson does a lot, talks about the ramifications. Stephen Hawking, on his, when he like muses about what aliens would be like when they come here and compares them to our treatment of Native Americans. And interestingly, and maybe even more directly, the woman that headed up the team that invented the CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing enzyme has thought a lot about ethics, the ethics philosophy of ethics, and she has called outright for an embargo on her technology until it's regulated. So sometimes scientists really are engaging a lot with the philosophy. Science and philosophy really do have a linked um, history and a linked purpose. In fact, back in the 19th century, philosophy used to be the catch all word for science and traditional philosophy and a lot of things. Strickening is my new favorite word. Strickening is going to be maybe my term for what's going on now with coronavirus. The strickening. Speaking of the strickening, have you noticed everybody's acting like the world is ending? H1N1 was not this bad, or SARS, or MERS. Ebola even wasn't this bad. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Everybody's losing their brains, and everything is shutting down. It's a total nightmare situation in our industry. So I'm just lucky to still be employed. So there are a lot of people that aren't. Um, have you also noticed this is like a perfect foil for like really dark millennial humor? There are a lot of memes out there that are like, people are saying not to travel, but the flights have never been cheaper, and if I travel, I get to see somewhere else. And if I travel, maybe I'll die. Lol, teehee, lol. Which is admittedly pretty funny, but like, that shit's dark. An entire generation of people are primed and ready to just accept death, to just be screwed because they're so used to being screwed. Is that what it is? We're already hopeless. If it wasn't coronavirus, it would have been climate change. If it weren't coronavirus or climate change, it would have been the crap economy we're being handed and all the debt we're in. If it weren't those three things, it would have been something else. The entire deck is stacked against us. And, it's not a woe is me thing to acknowledge that we need to start doing something about these things. So, at my peril, I'm moving this into the realm of politics, not the 2018 election. Big old difference. But in the direction of political philosophy. I think the next thing I want to ask you is, what is your political philosophy? Totally irrespective of this next election or American politics. Have you read any political texts, like, classical ones? The one everybody knows is The Prince by Machiavelli, but there's also Aristotle Politics, Plato Republic, Weber Politics as a Vocation, and many, many more. What do you know, and what do you think, and where are you on all this? Without asking you to jump knee deep into the whole, like, Trump, Bernie Sanders, Biden situation. Anyway, really enjoyed your last video. This is a re-recording of some of my previous ideas, because I was late that one day. So finally, you're getting your political, philosophical video. Thanks for waiting around. Have a great day, buddy.